Hello and welcome to NISMO TV News. Big news, it's triple exciting because we have a triple header of race weekends coming up here live on NISMO TV, starting with SuperGT. Yeah, it's back. Japan's finest race series is coming to you from Sportsland Sugo. Following that, it is the jewel in the crown of the Blancpain Endurance Series. Yes, the Spa 24 hours. We're going to have a full slate of coverage for that, including live cameras in the cars, in the garages, Facebook Lives, Twitter, you name it. We've even got Periscope Guy back in action. It's going to be fantastic. But following that, Super GT again, Fuji Speedway, the shorter of the two races at Japan's most famous circuit, other than, of course, Suzuka. Great drafting battles down that long straight, and we're going to be live and in full for that as well. So join us here on NISMO TV, hit subscribe and follow us, and join in on the chat room. We want to hear your questions during the race, and we're going to go all out to get every single answer we can for you. Well, you heard me talking about it a little bit earlier. Well, I'm here just ahead of the Spa 24 hours with the drivers of number 22 Motul Team RJ and Nissan GT3 GT-R. Guys, what is it we're doing right now?
Yeah, basically what we do today is spend a few hours on the sim and just get mainly ourselves dialed in to the track and hang around together and yeah, just do the final preps.
Now, it looks a bit like a big computer game. For a man who's known for playing quite a few computer games, how does it compare to, you know, the square, the X, the circle and the triangle?
It's pretty realistic. Obviously you can't simulate everything, but every year it's getting better and better. So it gets a bit competitive. That's the nature of what we do. So towards the end, I think we're just pushing the track limits a bit and having some fun.
And now I've noticed that you've got your legs on display here and they're nicely shaved, which suggests to me either there's something you're not telling us or you are emulating the likes of Chris Froome and doing quite a lot of cycling to get ready for this.
Yeah, and I think the fitness side of it is crucial. Not so much in the car is really physically demanding, so to the point where you can't physically turn the car or stop the car, but more just mentally. And when you have, 50, 60 cars going around at night time, that definitely proves itself if you're prepared right in a fitness way.
So it's not just driving the simulator you guys have been doing to get ready for Spa. You've actually been to the track in the car, and there was a test day a couple of weeks ago. Tell us how that went, Struan.
We just focused on a race setup, got ourselves dialed in, which was the most important thing. Really, we did make a lot of progress with the car.
Now, Matt P, it was your first time in a big GT car at Spa. How did you find it going around this famous track?
Because I've been driving single seaters for so long, and I've got particular references, braking references in particular. Weight-wise, you have to obviously bring your braking markers back, and with not so much of the aero that you do in a single seater. So that was interesting. On the first couple of laps, I made a few mistakes, put it that way. The traffic management side of it is always difficult, but we've had 3 race weekends, and so I've sort of got a little bit used to that. And it's not just so much, managing it on the outlap, but the outlap is so crucial to get the tyre temp in that you need to get the optimal out of the tyre. But sometimes that is compromised because you have to slow down for traffic and stuff. A little bit nervous for the nighttime driving. I've seen some onboards at Spa and it's just pitch black. It's basically driving around at 170, 160 kilometers an hour in pure blackness. I hope I give these guys some confidence that I've just said all that.
Jenson Button is about to take part in his first high-profile endurance race, and he's been out doing some endurance testing in Japan in Super GT series. One of the first things he came back, and the biggest sensations he got, was when you get in, the seat's all wet. Not necessarily because someone couldn't wait, but just from the sweat and the exertion you guys are putting in. Just how fresh is that seat going to be?
The seat doesn't change too much, actually. Really, we're fortunate we run aircon in the car as well, so that does help a little bit.
I find it impossible to go to the toilet in a race.
So you've tried then?
Yeah, if I really, really needed it, I actually don't think I could do it. Because maybe you just can't do it.
Maybe you guys better be nice to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go for
Don't worry, I won't do it.
Maybe I'll go for a little pee in the middle of it.
And there you have it. Getting ready for the Spa 24 hours with the number 22 Motul Team RJN car. It has been a busy few weeks in the world of Nissan in motorsports around the world, but the highlight must be in the United States with the IMSA series, the Daytona Prototype International car run by Extreme Speed Motorsport, managed to get another podium finish, this time at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, or as everybody else in the world calls it, Mosport. Fantastic race to watch, and we hope to see many more great results from that prototype car in future. It's your comments and my favourite part of this show. And first up on the comments, it is Freddie Brainy, and he says, top speed, wow, and an emoji. Not an emoji GTR, just an emoji. He's talking about a great video elsewhere on this channel where we see Chio-san talking about the top speed of the Nissan GT-R GT3 at Castellet, and it's well worth a watch, so you should be able to hit it somewhere on the screen. There'll be a reference to that, so if you haven't seen that already, stay tuned and watch that video. And let us know if you want to see any more insights like that, so maybe one on braking I think would be a good one. Sven T23 is next up, and he says, nice to see not only the drivers getting their moment in the spotlight. Nice work, Nismo. Well, what he's referring to is another fantastic video here on NISMO TV, and it is about the life of a mechanic in the Blancpain Endurance Team RJN. And it's a really good insight into the life these guys go through, something you never normally see on any motorsport coverage actually. Well, we'd like to bring you quite a lot more of that sort of insight, but let us know what it is you want to see. Who do you want us to talk to? What do you want to know about what goes on behind the scenes of Nissan in motorsport? Just leave it in a comment down below and we'll go out and get you that video if it's even vaguely possible. And even if it's impossible, we'll give it a good go. Boney Chuck asks, great stuff. Thanks, Boney Chuck. Is there a Team NISMO chef? Well, Boney Chuck, there is. And they will be at Spa for the 24 hours. I will be at Spa for the 24 hours. So we are going to go and make that video just for you, Boney Chuck, about NISMO food. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. We will tell you what NISMO food is really like. Lewis Conger says, hey plus NISMO TV. Do you think it's possible to have a 2 to 5 minute Super GT race highlights and race recap in English? Yes, it is, and we will try and bring that to you from Sportsland Sugo. Coming up, it's not just the triple weekend of racing action live here on NISMO TV, Sugo, Spa 24 Hours and Fuji Speedway. We've also got the European Le Mans Series back in action in Austria at the Red Bull Ring, one of my favourite circuits. So if anything spectacular happens there, we'll keep you posted on that one. Meanwhile, most importantly of all, the Micro Cup's back in action. Everybody needs to know about that. So if you want to know more about the Micro Cup and indeed any of the other Nissan race series around the world, hit subscribe, leave a comment and tell us exactly what it is you want to see. Hello and welcome to NISMO TV News. And on the phone, we've got big news.